I'm Shannan Harris. Welcome to Window in Wilmington. On today's show, we'll find out what educational opportunities are available for young men at Prestige Academy. AARP offers financial freedom seminars to seniors, and we'll let you know how you can take advantage of them. It's AmeriCorps' 20th anniversary, and we'll let you know what they have planned for this milestone. And the Greek Festival is around the corner, and we'll have details on this year's event. But first, 6th District City Councilwoman Sherry Dorsey-Walker joins me now to talk about her district and the efforts and programs that you're working on in your district to address the needs of constituents there. How are you doing?
I'm doing well. Thanks for having me.
I'm glad you could be here. I know you've been very busy doing a lot of things in your district. You not only participate in things in your district, but you're a citywide council person, even though you're in the 6th District.
Certainly.
You do help out with other council people, and you're really involved in other events that are in the city of Wilmington.
You know, when I got elected, I decided that I felt that it was imperative that, yes, I represent the 6th District, but we should all be working together. And it makes a huge difference when Councilman Congo can call upon me and say, hey, I'm having a book bag drive in my district. Do you mind coming over and assisting? Or I can call and say, Councilman Williams, we're doing a cleaning effort in the 6th District. Would you like to bring over some of your constituents from the 7th? And what it does is it brings the city together. And when we work together, we can get far more done.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about what you've been doing with community policing. We talked a little bit earlier. All cities have issues, you know, and I guess how each city works to deal with the issues that they have is a big part on how you can work towards resolution. And community policing is something that you're working on in your district, right?
Definitely. We have community policing in the Browntown community, and it's extending over into the Hedgeville community as well. And then at some point it will extend throughout the entire city. But right now that's the concentration. And we have so many people in the Browntown community, Miss Bernadette Evans and several others who have been engaged with the community policing efforts. And Ron Christopolsky, who's the former president of the Browntown Civic Association. I mean, the list continues.
Right.
John Obey, many others, Tiana Morris. And what's happening with this initiative is we have block captains throughout the Browntown community. And when someone has an issue on their block, they call me or they call their block captain, and then we reach right out to the police department. And the police are actually driving through the community. They get out of the cars, they walk around, they come to any of the events that we're having throughout the 6th District. And even though they're concentrated in the Browntown and Hedgeville communities, they really do a good job of monitoring the whole entire district. So as far as Wilmington Police, I have a great relationship with them, and the community has a great relationship with them, and they tell what they know. A perfect example was there was a situation in Hedgeville, the 100 block of South Van Buren. A gentleman was running down the street and he threw a gun on the rooftop. And the constituents called me and they said they saw him do it. And I asked them, I said, well, are you comfortable enough to call the Wilmington Police and let them know? And the constituents said yes, because we see them and we know them. And as a result of that, the officers did find the gun on the rooftop, and that person is now facing federal charges.
You know, I guess I want to say something because that's great. One thing that you said is that, you know, people did witness it, so people now aren't afraid to speak up. And then the other thing is this something that's unique to Browntown, Hedgeville?
Well, I can only speak for my community. I would like to say yes, but I hope. But and when you think about it holistically, I hope that it's not just specific to the 6th District.
Right.
And it's not to say that we blame anyone for anything that's happening in their communities, because that fear is real. When the fear of retaliation is very, very real in many communities. It's just that the people are feeling empowered in those areas. And when I came into office, I said I wanted to ensure that my constituents felt empowered. And yes, I can help them with anything, and I do, but I also want them to know that they can help themselves too. And in doing so, we all work together to make a difference in the 6th District.
Right.
And that's not to say everyone buys into it, but the ones that have bought into that notion, we're making a difference. And then hopefully it will spread throughout the city. But again, like I said, I don't ever want it to feel like, well, this person's being blamed because they didn't tell. Well, I don't know what transpired on that block to put that fear in them. But my hope is that at some point that fear will leave them and they will feel empowered to tell what they know.
You know, before we talk about, because I want to talk about this great garden you got going, but I wanted to ask you really quickly about the violence symposium, because now this is something that you've done in your district. And kind of what was the idea behind having that?
The Parkway Academy, like I have several schools in my district, Parkway Academy, Pulaski, Bayard Middle School, as well as St. Elizabeth's. And when I came into office, what I said is I wanted to have partnerships with the schools such that each of the youth that are in my district that go to any of those schools, and the Douglas schools there as well, that the principals and the guidance counselors would feel comfortable enough to call me to let me know what's happening. And that's not to say that I'm taking the place of the parent. That means I'm acting as an addendum to the parents, because when I was raised, it was the village that was raising you as well as your family. And so I would like to get back to that concept where the young people love and respect not only their elected official, but any adult in the community. So what we did with that violence symposium is I partnered with Parkway Academy and partnered with several of the other schools, and we looked at the effects of violence on our youth. And as I stated, this wasn't a blame game. This wasn't, you're not telling what you know. That wasn't the situation. What we did is we brought in various partners, Voice for the Voiceless, Rage Against the Ratchet. We brought in Silence Breeds Violence, and we all came together because each of those entities has a message about trying to stop the violence in the community and then dealing with how this is affecting our babies. Councilwoman Hanifa Shabazz has brought in the CDC and appealed to them, and she sponsored the legislation, and I was actually blessed to be one of the co-sponsors on that legislation with her, because there's something happening with our children. There's some kind of effect that's happening as it pertains to this violence. When you see violence on a regular basis, you become numb to it to some degree, but what is it doing to you psychologically when you're sitting in the classroom? So we had 2 symposiums thus far, and what we're finding is our young people really do want to tell what they know, and they want to talk about their feelings, but they haven't been comfortable. So I want to keep setting up these opportunities for them to share their thoughts and feelings.
Good, good, good. Now let's talk about this great Hedgeville Children's Garden, because I don't know if a lot of people really know about this.
Yes. The Hedgeville Children's Garden, I'm telling you, it's such a blessing to the community. It's right there on South Jackson Street and Elm Street, across from the former Jackson Street Boys and Girls Club. And what it is, it's a bright spot in the community. The children from the community, in conjunction with Miss Nikki D'Angelo, who's a Hedgeville resident, and several others, and Miss Janet Grayson, they come in and they really just revamp that whole area. It's so beautiful. And what we did this year is we partnered with the Jewish community. Rabbi Yair Robinson, he and Sonia Sloan and Gil Sloan and several others from the congregation of Beth and Meth came over, and they did some planting. We had a great opportunity for the young people. Sometimes I'll sponsor a pizza party. Well, I did sponsor a pizza party.
I didn't know about it. I come
Well,
for pizza.
I tell you, you know, your camera people did know. They were there. So.
Did they eat pizza?
I can't remember. But nevertheless, when they won the Children's Garden, they received the top award from the Delaware Center for Horticulture.
Oh, wow, that's nice.
Yes, so I sponsored a pizza party for them. Yes.
How do the kids get involved with being a part of the garden?
Any young person that lives in the community can come over to the garden. Miss Nikki is there on a regular basis, Miss Janet's there on a regular basis, and they can just come and get engaged, plant flowers, plant those seeds, and reap the harvest is what I always say.
Oh, that's really nice. And you know what, we're almost out of time, but I wanted to, really quick, youth empowerment, and I know that your basketball league is on hiatus until the fall, but we want to talk about how people can get involved with that.
Certainly.
Okay.
Above the Rim, we established Above the Rim about 2 years ago. When I first came into office, I sat down with the young people and I asked them, I said, what would you like from me? So often elected officials tell the young people, I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that, and nothing gets done. And we all sat together at Ms. Bernadette Evans' home, and they said, we'd like a basketball league. I said, well, if you like a basketball league, there have to be some rules and regulations. You have to be good citizens. I'm going to come to your school and check on you, as are the coaches. And we also need you to do 1 hour of community service a week, and you must wear your pants above your waist. and no profanity
Thank
on the
you.
court. So they adhere to the rules and regulations. They're great citizens, and we partnered with Parkway Academy as well as Byard Middle School to make that happen. And I really just have to say thank you to St. Hedwig's, because they're a great partner as well. And I'm looking forward to attending the Polish Festival in September as well.
So that's great. Now, the above the rim, it doesn't start back up until the fall, right?
We usually work in the spring.
Okay.
So during the fall, we work on obtaining the grants that we need so that the young people don't have very many expenses that are put upon them. So it just costs $15 to participate. And then if there's a young person who does not have that money, we scholarship them in, because we want to ensure that they
Is it only for 6th District kids?
It is not. Initially it was, and then we found that the kids from the 5th District, the 7th District, some from the 8th District wanted to get engaged. So we do not stop children from becoming engaged. The first year we had 84. This year we had 154 and counting. So
And
the Lord's
next year
blessings.
about 200
Yes,
before and counting.
yes, yes.
Oh, well, thank you so much, Councilmember Dorsey-Walker, for coming in
you.
today to sit down and talk to us about the district. Glad to hear things are going great.
Yes.
Love all the initiatives that you got going on over there, and want you to come back, and talk to us about other things that are going on.
Certainly. Thanks
All
for
right.
having me.
Thanks for coming in.
Take care.
All right. Next, Prestige Academy Charter School, when we return.
Thanks for calling the GED Pep Talk Center. Jerry Stiller speaking. Your level 7 in-your-face pep talk.
I can keep pushing. Believe me, I'm good at it.
Once you've got your GED diploma, you'll feel so good about yourself.
You tell him.
Mr. Trejo, can I transfer this guy to you? He needs something a little more...
Persuasive.
Yes.
Whatever motivation you need, we've got a pep talk for you. Get your GED pep talk and find free classes at yourged.org.
Today, school kids rely on the internet for so many things: homework, math, research. But what about kids who don't have internet at home? Hello, I'm Theo Gregory, Wilmington City Council President. The internet is essential, as many as 80% of low-income families do not have access at home, including many right here in Wilmington. So help bridge this gap by supporting local broadband adoption programs. Let's get more students and families connected to the power of the internet.
Prestige Academy was created to offer a tuition-free public middle school opportunity to students in Wilmington and the surrounding Delaware communities. In order to address the severe academic underperformance and low college matriculation rates of boys from these communities, the school offers a highly rigorous college preparatory curriculum supported by structured school culture. Lamin Ngobeh and, Emmanuel Ramos, who is a student, join me now to talk about the Prestige Academy. Hi. You can say hi, it's okay.
Hi.
How you doing?
Fine. Okay, so Lamin, for people who might not be familiar with Prestige Academy, can you tell us a little bit about it? So,
Yes.
I said, it was, it's for a boys' school.
Absolutely.
Okay.
So it's completely free college prep, all-boys charter school. Just put yourself in the mind frame of a private school education with a public school price. Again, it's college prep, so we preach, we teach, we encourage. We always gear our guys and our curriculum in the pursuit of college and furthering their education.
So, they say there's a rigorous curriculum there. I mean, so how rigorous? Why? Maybe I should ask you, is it hard? And you
a little nervous. No, it's not the hardest curriculum in the world. It's very rigorous, meaning we keep them engaged. We don't let them be too idle, because at the same time we have to challenge these young men. That's the problem with a lot of our school systems. They're not challenged.
So why do you think Prestige Academy is a good choice for some young boys?
Let's see. I mean, and especially in our particular community, they need structure, they need the discipline, they need the accountability factor, which a lot of them don't receive in a lot of their schools that they've previously attended. So you'll see a huge difference between our 5th grade class and maybe our 8th grade class. 5th grade, they're still antsy, they're jumping around,
Right.
they're moving around, their desks are sloppy, and they're not as accountable as they ought to be, maybe even in that grade level.
Right.
And then by the time you get to our 8th grade classes, you'll see them sitting up straight. You don't have to see the teacher shushing everybody. You see them, shh, quiet.
Right,
It's time to work.
right. So Emmanuel, what grade are you in? 5th. You're in 5th grade? So this is Emmanuel's first year then,
This is
right?
Emmanuel's first year.
Okay. So you're going in?
Yes.
Okay. So why did you decide to come to Prestige?
Because that was the only school that was all boys in Delaware, and I liked the sports, and it get me ready for college.
Very good. Right.
Yes.
He said getting him ready for college, which is a great answer.
And that's what we need.
Yeah.
That's what we need. And we're glad that at 5th grade he's thinking about college and he's thinking about, furthering his education.
What do you think you want to be when you're out of college?
A lawyer, maybe?
I like that answer even better.
Yeah, there you go.
So he's already coming in with a great mindset, so Prestige
Absolutely.
will only help to define him even more.
Absolutely. Even when he did his orientation, he was excited. He said, we're wearing uniforms, we're shirt and tie. He's like, really? Shirt and tie? Because he wants to be a professional. He wants to be respected, not just out, from his intellect, but also in his appearance. He wants that to mean something to other individuals. So we definitely respect that about Manny.
So what's the typical day like for a student there?
They arrive about between the time of 7:30 and 7:50 for homeroom. About 8 o'clock, they get their first class started. They go through all their core subjects. They might have gym or health. We also have about block scheduling, so that's about 70 minutes of straight educational time. The school day ends at 4 p.m. And so throughout that, we have a number of different activities and different things like that after school. And also we have just a lot going on. We have different mentoring, tutoring programs that happen during the course of the day. On our Wednesdays, we have extracurricular programs. So we have Lego robotics or spelling bees or bucket drumming, which is a huge part of our culture. All kinds of different things.
Well, now you said something that's interesting. Your school day ends at 4 o'clock, so
Yes.
that's typically longer day than most schools. So what time does school start?
At 8 o'clock.
Yeah, so 4 o'clock, that's a longer day.
Absolutely.
But I guess this gives you time to include some of the extracurricular activities that they probably normally wouldn't be able to do?
It's mostly,
Or is
pretty
it
much-
more academics?
It's all academic, and really what it is, we work hard, but we also play hard. We're a very fun community because we're a very small community. So, I look at these guys, these are all my little brothers. And still, we push them to learn, to grow, and then we find different activities for them to do afterwards. But I mean, especially in our community, they might not have the babysitter, or mom and dad might be
Right.
at work through till 5 o'clock. So by the time they get off the bus, it makes life a little easier in terms of finding after-school care, different things of that nature. And our buses still drop off at the Y, the PAL, wherever they need to go.
So why would you tell a parent that they should choose Prestige?
I look at it in terms of an investment. This is an investment not only in my household, but also in my community. So say, for example, you've been going to a bank for the last 10 years, and in that bank you get 2% interest on your savings account. And that's good, it's 2%. That's 2% more than you had before.
Right.
But what if there was a new bank in town that you never heard of, but you knew that you can get about 12% interest on that savings account? That's what
Right.
Prestige is, because we're still a relatively new school. We've been open since 2008, which is very small in the world of schools and academia.
Right.
But the growth that these guys yield out of their academic institutions, out of this academic institution, is phenomenal. We are that 12% versus the typical public school 2%, where we
Right.
give much more attention to their academics and who they are as individuals. We don't teach them to go to perfect college. We teach them to go to the perfect college for them. We teach them how to be accountable. We teach them the characteristics that need to be successful in life. And college is just the next step in that process. So the reason why I would recommend this school to anybody or any parent for their young men is simply, you want better, you got to give better. You got to be actively involved, you got to be actively engaged, and you got to look at your son or your young man as an investment. And this is that investment that you want to make.
So you are accepting new students now, right?
Absolutely, absolutely. We do have a waiting list for our 7th grade right now.
Okay.
But our 5th and 6th, we are still enrolling. We have a few spots open.
So how many kids are in the class? Like how many 5th and 6th grade classes do you have? There's what, 2? 3?
So we have about 3 5th grade classes, and so even with our 5th grade classes, we keep those relatively small because we're still introducing them to our culture. So what that means is that there are about 18 kids, and there's typically about 2 teachers in the classroom with these kids. So one is teaching, the other one is supporting. because they need that one-on-one, they need that individual. Then going from 6th grade all the way through 8th grade, tops, you're going to see maybe 24 to 25 kids per class.
Okay.
And so we still keep the ratio very low.
And you do tours, right?
Absolutely.
So what do they need to do if they want to come for a tour?
Call me. Come by the school. The phone number to the school is area code 302-762-3240. I'll say it one time, area code 302-762-3240. You can visit our website, which is prestigeacademycs for charterschool.org. Also, you can call my cell phone. I'm the student recruitment coordinator.
No way, are you really?
I'll give it out
Well, you
right
know,
now.
I do not have a graphic for your cell phone, but if you want to give it out.
Area code 302-559-1592. Again, it's area code 302-559-1592. We also have some open house dates coming up on the 21st of this month from 5 to 7 p.m. at our school location, and also on the 23rd, which is a Saturday, from 1 to 3. So Thursday the 21st from 5 to 7 p.m. at the school, or Saturday the 23rd from 1 to 3 p.m. So please come through. You can find us being supported by different organizations like the Roberto Clemente Baseball League, great friends of ours and huge supporters, so we always want to show them a lot of love. And not only that, our Bethel family, so on and so forth. So
Well, I just got to say this. You are truly committed to your job. You know, this show is going to air 3 times a day for 2 weeks, and you just gave out your cell phone. You think that's funny, don't you, Manuel? I do.
I hope it rings off the hook, because that means more opportunities for more young men. We're saving more lives.
Oh, you tell Mr. Perry he definitely picked a good candidate when he got you. Emmanuel, before we leave, do you want to tell everybody watching anything about Prestige? Just say anything.
It's a good school.
Okay, well, I'll take that. Well, I'm so glad you both could be here today. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
And I'll be seeing you. If you're a lawyer, that's great. I hope I never need you for anything, but I'm glad you're going to be a lawyer. You know what I mean? Yep. And good luck with your 5th grade school year. And maybe come back after 5th grade. You going to come back with him and maybe tell us how 5th grade went and talk to us about 6th grade? Okay? Okay.
Sounds like a plan. We'll be here.
All right, thanks. AARP helps seniors with financial freedom when we return.
We are your Wilmington City Council, and we're also your neighbors. We're asking you to let us know about your community events, achievements, concerns, and issues.
That's why we created a special email address that will connect you to all of us in City Council.
Drop us an email about things going on in your neighborhood with Community Events 22 at wilmingtonde.gov. That's Community Events 22 at wilmingtonde.gov.
You wanted to be a teacher when you were little, but things changed. Teaching didn't seem that cool anymore. So you decided to become something else. But what would your 12-year-old self say? Amazing things are happening in teaching, so it's time to put it back on your list. Don't try to convince yourself otherwise. You had it right the first time.
Seniors, do you need to sharpen your financial skills in debt reduction, saving for retirement, or maybe you're interested in investment strategies and protecting your assets? If you answered yes to any of these questions, then you will want to attend one of AARP's Financial Freedom Workshops. Pat Risch and Tynetta Brown are here now to tell us all about it. And hello, Tynetta, and hello, Pat.
Hello,
and the workshops are coming up. I'm great. I'm glad you guys could be here, and thank you so much. We've been talking a lot about educating seniors with their finances as you're getting older. You might want to look, retirement investments and how not to become prey to certain things. We had one guest on where I said, seniors seem to be victims. Their family members always want to borrow money because they think they got money because they're seniors, right? But I guess the financial freedom workshops help with all of those different scenarios, right? And I think everybody should go.
Everybody should go. The financial freedom workshops are for those who need to know more about your debt, how to manage in your years after you're 50, and to be able to live a nice life once you've retired. And we will have all kinds of workshops, and our workshop will consist of talking about credit, talking about debt. It'll also talking about fraud, so that you will have an opportunity to know what are those things that you need to be wary of and how to protect yourself.
Seniors seem to sometimes be a bigger target for fraud. Why do we think we see that?
I think a lot of times you get, well, I will tell you, one of the schemes is to approach someone who has a grandchild. And what they'll start off is, you know, I'm just calling you grandmom from a place in Kentucky, and I got lost, and I just wondered if you could send me some money. Now, who wouldn't? I have grandchildren. My grandson calls me and tells me he needs money. I'm sending it right away.
Right.
So everyone knows that, at least the schemers do, and they use that to try to get money to their grandchild. So those are some of the things that go on. Also, financial, I think a lot of seniors, not seniors, but those over 50 need to be aware of how to manage your money if you're going to invest it, because there are a lot of schemes out there that will take your money and put it in programs that don't really give you a return, and quite frankly, they're just taking the money and spending it and going somewhere else. Then you have to try to find them and locate them.
Right.
And the thought is, well, you're about to retire, you probably have a nice nest egg, you've got a good 401k. Let me tell you something that you can do with that money. And you become prey to that, because you're already thinking, my mom lived until she was 82, it's very likely that's going to happen to me. So let me start thinking about how I'm going to increase the amount of money that I have now.
What about healthcare costs? Because that actually becomes an issue too as you get older, you know, with prescriptions, doctor's appointments, and, you know, I don't know, you know, how the system works once you reach the age of retirement, but I have heard where people saying, okay, now I have to pay for this, whereas before, when I was covered, you know, I didn't have to worry about those costs, but now I do.
Well, I will tell you that getting Medicare is some of the programs that you can use, and now they've got many programs that you need to look into to see if you're having like hypertension, or if you're diabetic, and some of those high-risk things that are going to impact you. You want to make sure that that company that you choose will be able to give you the most for your money. There are a plethora of companies out there, and as you reach the age of 65, you start getting literature that will talk to you about what you need to look for. You just need to be careful, pay attention, and really read through all of the data so that you pick the right company for your needs. There are some folks who are 65 who are very healthy, and they don't use a lot of health care programs, or they don't go to the doctor often. So they might be able to choose anyone. But if you've got a chronic condition, you want to make sure that you're picking a program that is going to give you the most for your money in that particular illness that you have.
And if somebody comes to the financial freedom seminars, these are all the things that they get a chance to talk about.
Absolutely. We will have certified financial planners there, and these planners are part of the Certified Financial Planners, Inc. And this program, their company, they're certified in that they will be able to tell you everything that you need to know. They will go through the presentation, and then you will have an opportunity to have one-on-ones. These certified planners are volunteers. They are not selling any of their programs. They're coming there just to give you information. And so it is an opportunity that you don't want to miss out on, because here's a person who will tell you exactly what to do with your money, how you can maximize your opportunities, and they're not selling their own particular service.
Right.
They're just giving free information.
Wow, that is great.
And Shannon, we really want to make a concerted effort, shall we say, as AARP, to target the African American and Hispanic communities because of the disparate economic, issues that we face as a population. And so this is our opportunity to bring that information to them free of cost.
Right.
And there's 175,000 Delaware members in AARP, 38 million nationally. So we're doing our little part here in our state. And Canaan Baptist Church is going to host one of the first financial freedom seminars. But all churches, all community citizens are invited, senior groups, or she says 50 plus, it's the concern. So we're going to, do this first off and offer these sessions throughout the state of Delaware over time. But the first one is coming up soon.
And that's going to be in October the 25th at Canaan from 9 to 12. So we'll have little refreshments from 9 to 10, and then from 10 to 12, you'll get a chance to talk to, or listen to the presentation, and then the certified planners will be there to do some one-on-ones.
And our colleague, who's not here, our fellow volunteer, Carlos de la Ramos, he's co-hosting the seminar September 10th for the Hispanic community at Holy Angels. So that's also an opportunity for the Hispanic community to get some tailored information for their population as well.
And I want to make this, because I wanted to, because you said something really important. Not that AARP doesn't care about everybody, but we really want to make sure that the Hispanic and African American communities take advantage of these services, which are totally free, because this is vital information.
Oh, totally. And even across the board, we address hunger. We address some financial concerns such as utility bills. We do a lot around the Affordable Care Act in terms of education about health, whether it's Medicaid, Medicare. We give that information to populations, but make a concerted effort to make sure we get it to those disparate communities that don't always get the information the way they need to get it. So advocacy, is a key part of our work across the state and nationally too. So we align with our national, mission, but we also tailor some things to Delaware, because there are special needs here in Delaware, even if it is a small state.
So many times people think that just starting at age 50, that's when you need to start looking at your retirement or how it's going to impact you. But AARP did a survey in 2010, and they had some statistics that talked about 33% of those that were a part of that survey actually are using most of their monies now to spend just trying to pay their rent. There's a 34% of those who are not participating any longer in any of their IRAs or 401ks because they can't afford it. And then there's another 26% that are going into their plans, their 401ks, and taking early withdrawals because they need that to cover their living expenses. And so we invite many of those who are in that situation to come to these programs.
And these are financial freedoms, but purses to portfolios programs, right? So this is all in one, right?
Similar concept. I think purses to portfolios, they do a huge event every year and bring all of that information to bear, focusing on women specifically, which is an even vulnerable population as well when it comes to finances in some cases. But same concept, addressing savings, as Pat alluded to, retirement, investments, how to avoid frauds, et cetera. So, but very tailored to that 50-plus population, whereas purses to portfolios, I believe, through the Delaware Financial Literacy Institute, of course, they, reach the gamut, whether you're a young woman starting out, career, up to senior. So that's a mixed audience, but ours is very specific to that 50-plus. And, AARP, you've seen the commercials probably. You don't know AARP. We're rebranding in that case in terms of reimagining what it is to be an AARP member, whether it's a second career, those sorts of things. So 50-plus, doesn't necessarily mean, you know, I have my card 2 years in, so, you know.
No,
so
well, wait a minute. I am shocked. Both of you young ladies, because I didn't think anybody in here was over 50.
So, you know, we're volunteering, you know, to help get more minority communities to access all that AARP has to offer, whether it's career, whether it's how to buy a car, whether it's, you know, your financial concerns, you know, someone to advocate on behalf of you, you know, caretakers also, you know, so we have a lot of resources beyond the financial freedom pieces. So we have different volunteers going throughout the state offering some of the different services.
Okay. Well, you ladies, we're out of time, but let me tell you, I loved having you. You guys were great and beautiful representatives for AARP. My goodness. You have to come back again and share more information with us. And thank you so much for coming. We want everybody to check out your website to find out when the Financial Freedom Seminar is going to be held, and also check out the Purses to Portfolio Seminar too, so everybody can get involved and visit AARP for all your information. So one-stop shop, isn't it?
Thank you for having us.
Thank you. All right. AmeriCorps is an opportunity to make a difference, and we'll have those details when we return.
I grew up in the housing projects of Cleveland. I didn't even know that life could be any better than it was. Education for me has been a way to get away from the agony of what was normal life. I want to be able to impact the community, not just look back on where I came from, but to reach back to where I came from and pull some people up with me. My name is David, and I am your dividend.
Accidents happen. So do huge medical bills. Find out how to get health insurance coverage by visiting ChooseHealthDE.com.
AmeriCorps is serving, helping, caring, giving, leading, learning, sharing, living, educating, reading, teaching, storytelling, pushing, reaching, volunteering, persevering, strengthening, inspiring, raising, laughing, playing, lifting, praising, planning, evolving, problem-solving, handling conflicts and resolving, fighting, winning, new beginnings, speaking, listening, empathizing, guiding, advising, compromising, planting, sowing, pruning, growing, fixing, making, painting, showing, park maintaining, life sustaining, overcoming, striving, thriving, rejuvenating, and reviving, standing up for and supporting, finding service is rewarding, soul assuring, long enduring, goal achieving, self-believing, nation ranging, future changing, getting things done.
AmeriCorps is an opportunity to make a difference in your life as well as the lives of those around you. This is a chance to apply your skills and ideals towards helping others and meeting critical needs in your community. Emily Beck and Nancy Green are here now to talk to us about AmeriCorps. Hello, ladies. Hello, Nancy. Hello, Emily.
Hello.
Okay, so making a difference in the community, make a difference in your own life. I guess, Nancy, what is AmeriCorps?
Oh, AmeriCorps is this fabulous partnership between the federal government and nonprofits. We get a little bit of funding from the state of Delaware, and we get to engage these amazing individuals who come to serve with us for a year and get things done. The AmeriCorps pledge says that they get things done to make our communities safer, smarter, and healthier. And that's exactly what they do. They come and live in poverty as those they serve for a year. They get a very small living allowance.
Really?
And then they accomplish these incredible things. At Habitat for Humanity, they have started new programs. They have increased professionalism in our, on our build sites. They engage volunteers. Every single one of these people, like Emily, engage more than 100 volunteers every year. That translates into thousands of hours that we get because they can lead volunteers.
So Emily works through AmeriCorps, is with Habitat for Humanity.
Correct.
Okay, so now Emily is a volunteer. Well,
she's an AmeriCorps member.
You're an AmeriCorps member, but you engage the volunteers for Habitat for Humanity. Yes. So what is it that you exactly do? Now, Nancy gave us a good description, so tell us when you go onto an AmeriCorps project. So I guess this is when you're building houses, a Habitat project, you're building houses and stuff. Emily's there.
Yes. I started out as a construction worker with Habitat for Humanity.
Oh no, Emily, don't even, really. Can you guys believe she was a construction worker? Right, no way. Right, I know, right.
I honestly was. I was out there every day, 5-6 days a week with the volunteers, swinging hammers, all of the power tools and everything. But now I'm going into my second term, and I'm actually the repairs coordinator. So what I love about AmeriCorps is I'm getting all this job experience right out of college that I wouldn't be trusted with this responsibility in a normal job. It's great because I'm building my resume up, I'm building everything up, all my skills, and out of college it's so difficult to find a good job. There's no way we would be trusted with all this responsibility.
Nancy, do you hear that often, what Emily just said?
Absolutely, absolutely we do. But one thing that AmeriCorps allows us to do is develop leaders. When these AmeriCorps members leave our different positions, they're ready to engage volunteers, and they're really ready to serve in other capacities. When an AmeriCorps member leaves their placement, whether it's with Habitat for Humanity, whether it's with Ministry of Caring in downtown Wilmington, whether it's with the Commission on Veterans Affairs, these members have the leadership experience to take their careers one step further.
Right, that's interesting. Emily, are you from this area?
No, I'm from Wisconsin.
Wow, not only is she building houses, she's from Wisconsin. My God, you didn't bring me any cheese.
No, I'm sorry.
I do have a big cheese head. If I'd have known she was from Wisconsin, I'd have worn my cheese head in here today. I have a cheese head. You didn't know that?
I didn't bring it. I didn't think it would be appropriate. No.
So that is really great to hear that, well, I got to ask you, why did you decide to come from Wisconsin to Delaware? Or what happens? Do you guys pick where they come from, or how do they get to here, to Delaware?
They apply to a national website, www.americorps.gov. And in fact, I would be remiss if I didn't say this. Every program in the state of Delaware that has an AmeriCorps program, we're recruiting. We're recruiting. But they go to www.americorps.gov, and they fill out an application. They have to put in information on references and that sort of thing. And then they scroll down this thing on what they want to do, whether they want to do construction, whether they want to fight homelessness, whether they want to teach for America. Whatever they choose, they click on that, and then they bring up this range of options. I'm sure that some of them say, oh, I want to be near a beach. And
that's not how I got here.
Well, you're in construction, I know, right?
But it will list different opportunities, whatever their skill sets are, and then that resume pops into my inbox, and we read the resume. And I have to tell you that when we read the resumes, we always look at the motivational statement first. The one question we want answered is, why do you like to serve? So what we get are these amazing people who give up a year of their lives to live in poverty, and then they give us the expertise with a passion for service.
When they come to live here, like Emily, so you left your family and come live here in Delaware. Where do they live?
In poverty. No, no, they get together.
Yeah, right, I know. You gotta
They get together with other AmeriCorps members and share houses. The local members sometimes live with their families, but we do have a house in each Habitat affiliate, and then they share the costs of that house. Wow. So it's kind of like a group house at college, except it's not the animal house.
Wow, right. Now you guys have a big milestone. It's the 20th anniversary.
Happy birthday, AmeriCorps.
Right, happy birthday. So what happens on this 20th anniversary for AmeriCorps?
Oh, on September 12th, President Obama is going to lead all the serving AmeriCorps and hundreds of thousands of AmeriCorps alums in a pledge for service. And they will get things done for America. That's their pledge. Here in Delaware, we're going to be right here in Wilmington, and we are going to be at the University of Delaware, and all of our serving members will be there taking the pledge, along with quite a few scores of our alum. And the 20th anniversary is really, really special for me. I actually have a member who, when he came with his mother was an AmeriCorps member.
Really?
And one thing he shared with me was that his family shares this service mentality because of a mother who served, who's passed it on to her children to get things done.
Wow. Before we go, I got to ask Emily really quick, what has your AmeriCorps experience meant to you?
I would say it's invaluable, honestly. I came to AmeriCorps because I grew up really privileged, and a lot of people do, and it's not fair, you know, to see people that are so underprivileged. And so just to give back, even in the smallest way, it means the world to me. Absolutely.
That's got to make you feel good, Nancy.
They all sound that way, every single one of them. It's what gets me out of bed in the morning, because how can you not be humbled and just excited that you're serving alongside these kind of people.
I'm glad they sent you two today. I am really glad. I'm mad that I didn't know she was from Wisconsin. I would have bought my cheese head out. I would have. So listen, Nancy, if anybody wants to find out about the 20th year anniversary, where they can purchase tickets, or about signing up to serve with AmeriCorps, what should they do?
They can go to Serve Delaware. They can go to the website for the State Office of Volunteerism. That's the best place to find it.
Right, because this is all organized.
It's all organized under the Governor's Commission on Volunteer Service.
Okay.
Through the State Office of Volunteerism.
And you know what, Emily? Thank you so much for serving.
Thank you.
All right.
I appreciate it.
I'm glad you ladies could be here, and you have to come back. I want to see a picture next time of Emily actually with the hammer, hard hat, boots. What else do construction workers wear, guys?
Got tool belts. We got
tool belt.
everything. You know.
Right. Do you carry a Sawzall?
I've used them, yes.
Oh, okay. Well, that too.
I mean, I don't keep it on my tool belt.
Okay, you're right, because I guess that's kind of big, is it? No, I don't know, but we definitely
But
come
what's
back.
amazing is she can teach you how to use every single one of those tools.
Yeah.
I
feel sorry for her. How long is your a service obligation before we go?
It's a year. It's for 1 year, but I'm going into my second year.
She loved it. And living in poverty.
About half of our members serve a second year.
Wow. All right, good for you. I'm going to
Thank
call
you.
you. I got some projects at my house. All right, let me see. Are we going to break now? Okay, so we'll be back with the 58th Annual Polish Festival when we return.
I want my Ed TV.
I want my ATV.
I want my Ed TV.
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 Now.
I want my Ed TV. I want my Ed TV.
annual Polish Festival runs September 15th through September 20th on the Wilmington Riverfront. Reverend Andrew Molesky and Danny Skirvin are here now with the details on this year's festival, and it's the Polish Festival, Polish food, Polish dancing, all that great stuff, right?
Absolutely.
Yay.
That and more.
And
Yes.
more.
And
Okay,
more.
and this is like the 58th year, so what is the best thing about the Polish Festival?
First of all, we welcome everybody and invite everybody to come and join us in September. First of all, we get together as a community. We are happy to have so many people to come and hear about St. Hedwig Church, about Polish culture, tradition, eat Polish food, listen to the Polish music. Our festival will be the 58th, as you said,
Right.
Shannon, and we will celebrate 125 years of our parish next year.
Wow, really?
Yeah,
It was
125
founded
years.
Wow.
1890, and the Polish community was well established in this part of Wilmington. We continue this. We have many services, welcome everybody to our parish.
Right. So I guess when a Polish festival, one of the big things, that's polka, right? What do the polka at the
absolutely,
Polish
yeah.
festival?
Yeah.
Can you polka?
I cannot dance.
Oh, come on, Father. How do you not know how to polka? But Denny, can you at least polka?
Well, I can do it.
You can do
yeah.
it. Let's take a look at, let's roll in some of your footage while we're talking about this. I'd
Okay.
expect everybody to polka at the Polish festival.
Oh yeah, everybody
Let's do
does.
the
Everybody. It's a great celebration. Is it? Can we talk over?
We
the
can
vi-
talk over it. We can
over
talk
the
over it.
video?
It's going to be running. Go ahead. It's a great celebration.
Well, the best thing about the Polish festival is everything. It's I mean, absolutely. I mean, the camaraderie, the people that come in, all the different people that come in from the various communities. We have people come from out of state. Lots of people, tri-state area, come in. It's just a beautiful 6-day celebration. Everybody is Polish for 6 days. It's just gorgeous. The food is tremendous. The music is great. We have amusement rides down there that are coming in. So it's a wonderful time for young and old. It's just absolutely wonderful.
This is what we're going to do, Denny. We're going to actually go away to look at the video because we have some audio, and then we'll come back after we look at the video and we'll talk more about it.
Okay, super. Thank you.
All right.
Yeah.
Okay, so we just had a chance to see the polka, great food, fun rides, and people having a great time at the Polish Festival.
Yes, indeed. You got about a 1-minute view of a quick snapshot of the Polish Festival in that video. We invite everyone to come down. We're going to be there Monday through Saturday, each day starting at 5 o'clock. On Saturday, we start at 3 o'clock in the afternoon. We have a Polish band for polka dancing and so forth every night of the week. In the outdoor area, we have a cafe. We'll have entertainment come in every single night as well. It's outdoors under the stars. It's a beautiful area down there at the riverfront. We've been just blessed to be down there. This is our 10th year at the riverfront. It's the 58th festival, but it's the 10th year at the riverfront. So we invite everyone to come. It's a great family entertainment.
And I think that is so great. And I think Father said something that I really liked. It's like a chance for everybody not only to enjoy the festival and the food and the dancing, but you learn about the culture.
Right. Culture, tradition, here about us, what we do. And we have many Polish people living in the neighborhood and in Wilmington area here. They come join us, and some of them later on try to come to the church and become parishioners, which makes me feel good because we need more people in our church.
What do you think that people think most about the festival that aren't Polish that come, like with their first experience? What do you think they feel about it?
They are welcomed. It is what they love it about us. They hear about us. They, we said, love the Polish food, music. We provide them with other literature. We speak what we do through the whole year in our parish, and people just love. Yeah. Still, the church is such a beautiful icon of the
Wilmington.
Wilmington,
Yeah.
I would say, yes. The only church with 2 spires. You can see easily from I-95
I'm going to look for that, too. I am definitely going to look for that.
You can't miss the Twin Spires. You can see it right from I-95.
I'm going to look for that. Look, tell
It
us
is-
something about this food that people can people can get at the Polish festival, because now the food is really different. And Denny, you didn't bring any food. You know,
No,
you're supposed to bring
unfortunately,
some Polish
if we
food in
were-
here.
If we were on in September, we would have been able to bring some food, but we couldn't bring it. I'm sorry. Apologize. But
no, that's okay.
when you ask about whether people, especially people that aren't Polish, that come, it's the food. They love the food. They love the food. They love the music. They love the dancing. The whole thing is just a treat for the eyes and the senses. They just absolutely love it.
Will you
And-
get traditional Polish dishes at
Oh,
the
yeah.
festival
Yeah.
too?
Yeah, absolutely. I have a
Puściki, pączki, all kinds of food.
I have a couple statistics here. We have pierogies, and the pierogies are the potato.
I like pierogi, but
Oh,
I probably
yeah.
like it better if I had it at the Polish festival. They're only frozen.
They're absolutely delicious. We serve up over 25,000 of them. And kielbasa we have.
Between those days?
Yes.
25,000 pierogies?
Yeah, that's a lot of pierogi.
That's a lot of pierogi. That's a lot of potato.
A lot of potato and cheese. And kielbasa we do over 2,200 pounds. So it's a lot. I mean, it's a tremendous amount of food.
Do you still do the crabs?
Pardon?
Do you still do crabs?
No, we don't have the crabs.
No
we don't have the crabs
okay.
anymore. Sauerkraut, 1,600 pounds. Potatoes. We serve a polotzki there. It's a Polish potato pancake. And we go through a couple thousand pounds of potatoes.
Wow.
And they're absolutely delicious. People love them. They stand in line to get them. The kids love them. They're absolutely great.
What's a good Polish dessert?
Krzyziki, the different cakes and so forth.
Okay.
Polish donuts.
Polish donut. I'm going to try
Yeah.
that. Well, we want everybody to come
Pączki.
to the Polish festival. We want to remind everybody the dates again. So tell everybody the dates.
September 15th through the 20th.
Okay.
That's a Monday through Saturday at the
Okay.
Wilmington Riverfront. And you can visit our website, polishfestival.net.
Right. And to find more out about the Polish community, you can visit St. Hedwig's website as well.
St. Hedwig
Exactly.
Church.
StHedwigDE.org.
Oh, thank you so much for being here, Father.
Shannon,
and thank
thank
you,
you for
Denny.
having
Oh,
us.
no, I
Thank
appreciate
you.
it.
We greatly appreciate
I'm
it.
having some pierogi soon. I know, Denny. I'm
Lamin
coming
Ngobeh.
over. I'm coming over.
Yes,
I will
indeed.
be there to join you.
Thank you very
Thank
much.
you so much.
Thank you.
Well, that's all the time we have for today's show. For everybody here at WITN Channel 22, I'm Shannon Harris. We'll see you next time.